Hey, what's up, Ziguanas? This is a special edition of the 30 Days of Zig Coding Challenge. In this stream, I will continue working on a simple and in a line game in Zig. My name is Dusan. Welcome to Zignited. Yeah, 30 Days of Zig Coding Challenge is finished, but I have started this project back then, and that's why I want to finish it because it's not done yet. Hi, Robert. How are you? Good evening. Long time no see. So, yeah, so for the ones that might be here for the first time, I did a 30 days of Zig coding challenge and I started learning Zig from scratch. I didn't have any experience in Zig, but I do have a lot of experience as a professional software developer and also as a code mentor, code tutor. And I just wanted to document my learning process live in a live stream to demonstrate how I would approach after all these years of experience. So I have more than 2 decades of professional programming experience and around 15 years of code teaching experience. So I wanted to just show how someone with this kind of experience would approach learning a new language. So that's why I'm streaming this live. And like I said before, I started this project as a practical part of this coding challenge, and I finished 2 parts of it. And this is the 3rd part. So you can watch if you haven't watched the first 2. You can watch, but I believe you will be able to follow as long as you have some Zig experience here or any coding experience. It should be fine. And one more note, so I'm not trying to teach anyone Zig because I'm learning it myself. So this is more like me documenting my learning process, so you can see how I brainstorm and solve problems live, and I work with things that I see for the first time, mostly. Let me see what you guys wrote. Robert says, sorry, I were not here for the file system, could help a bit. Yeah, it was fine at the end, so thanks anyway. So yeah, I managed to find the way or through the bugs that I had. So Jorge helped me about some setting things up, and I also used Gemini a little bit. So it was a bit running in circles like always with AI, but yeah, eventually I figured out what I can do to play with file systems. Yeah, so today I'm going to continue working on this project. So you have on my GitHub the latest version of the code. So I will go through it now anyways, because I also forgot it was 7 days ago when I did this second part. So I will go now. I will have to read it myself to remember what I did. And I will be publishing the version after today, after I add these bits and pieces of code today. I will add another version on my GitHub. So it will be here in the link below. And yeah, that's the plan. So what I want to do today, yeah, by the way, let me explain what I'm coding. So I'm coding this game, which is called Connect 4. That's the official name and most common name for it, but there are other names like 4 in a line and similar. And my version is N in a line because the size of this board is not fixed. So you can decide what will be the size of the board. And also you can decide if it's going to be 4 in a line that you need for a win or 5 or whatever number. So not whatever, there are some limitations that I set up that it cannot be lesser than some number. I forgot, I think it's 3. So we'll see now in code. Something that makes sense. Anyway, so this is the idea, to code this game and not the UI, at least not for now. So I will just code something that will show in a terminal. So a text-based. So I will show you in a second how I display these characters in several rows. So I use characters instead of these yellow and red pieces. So yeah, that's the idea, that I code the game like this. So I have the working prototype. So last time I finished in video 1, I didn't have a working prototype, if I remember correctly. Then and it was too long, like it was 1 hour and a half of streaming already. So I decided to stop and continue next time. And then in the second stream, I finished the working prototype. So the game logic works. Now in this stream today, I will add file support. And what I want to do, so I think today the plan is just to save the game state and then load also, to have the option that I can load the game. So that's something that I will do today. So if I have more time, maybe something else, but this is just let's say the basic thing that I want to do today. And I want to apply also some logic to undo, redo, move, something like that, maybe in the next stream. So that's, let's say, for the stream number 4 about this game. What's the plan? Then after that, I would like to do some user input, still in this terminal version, so without UI. So that would be, let's say, number 5. And then as stream number 6, so maybe it will take more than one stream, I would like to actually deploy a version of it in WebAssembly, first on a local machine, not in a browser, so still no UI, nothing. So hopefully that will be one stream, but I doubt, so maybe it will be few streams because I never touched WebAssembly in Zig. And last time I played with WebAssembly, it was with Rust in 2019, I think, so I forgot details, and they changed it also, like it used to be different. So then after this, I will be adding, so the same WebAssembly should be pretty straightforward to add to a browser. And then I will maybe make a fusion. So I will use Zig with JavaScript so that I have some user interface finally. So this is, let's say, a long-term project. It's not going to be finished today. Today I just plan to add the support for files and to load state and save state into a file, just to practice a bit of files. That's the idea. Let me see what you guys wrote. Robert says, just saying user input might be a bit easier to start with. It's just file reading. Yeah. So you mean like the keyboard? I want something like a prompt to a user, that I ask the user like where you would like to play, and then so in C, if I remember, it was something like a buffered input that you had to ask for a user, and in Python it's easy. There is this input function. Yeah, so that's the plan. And about the code, I will be using, this is CLion, so I installed Zig locally finally, and I set up also language server, so I have it here running, so that's why now I have auto completion, and I can just run the code simply by clicking the play button. So it's set up, so now it's open, for example, this dir.zig, and it's not running that one. So in settings here, if I edit configurations, you will see that I'm running the, where it was here, run, I already forgot where it was. Yeah, it's because it's this directory, it should be detecting the main automatically, I believe. I forgot. I set it up anyways. I set it up to run main. So it will run this file, the main, and not the dir. Yeah, actually it wasn't even open dir. So my bad. This is the part of Zig library that I read last time to solve some problems, so I don't even need it anymore. And this is where I have the file reading. I copy pasted because today I will use the code here in main. I will overwrite this code. I will copy paste the working. So let me do that actually now. And let me open up this, my GitHub, and copy paste the main code into CLion. And let's see if this will run. yeah, so you see how it's displayed. Let me zoom in a little bit. Now it's easier because I can even zoom. So this is how the board looks like. So this is doing some number of turns automatically and printing stuff. So this is how the board is represented. So underscore for empty position and space between them. And then when you, so the user here decided to play on in the first column, so then the X falls all the way down. So there is this gravity feature, and then the second player plays here, so it falls down, then the third plays here, and so on. And then you see when someone decides, so this is, let's say, after 4 turns, and then in the 5th one, player wants to play here, and because it's already something there, it will fall until it bumps into the previous piece. So that's the idea. And then here I believe I was testing if there is, yeah, this is like testing the win. I don't see a winner here. Yeah, this was testing if I have a lesser number of moves, because it reads the moves from an array. So I just wanted to see if I can break it or something. I forgot, to be honest, what I tried to experiment with here, but I tested the logic that detects the foreign line like here, like, or in the column or in the diagonal, so that part worked. And here I tested something else, I forgot what. But anyway, so this is how the board looks like. And this is the code. So we can go through code. And let me see what Robert says. Yes, here is similar, but program input is just a file descriptor, so it behaves the same, like reading a file. Okay, I can try to do that. So yeah, but that will actually be more complicated, because then I will have to process errors. So because user can type anything, so then I have to process errors and raise errors and have some while loops to indefinitely prompt the user until they get something that is correct. And for this, again, I will have to then see if the board is full. For example, if one column is full, maybe I already have that, I forgot. So let me go to the code quickly just to see how it works, because I forgot what I have, what I don't have. So this is before the main function, all these. So a few functions and some constants. And there is, yeah, this is the, here, there is in 116, the main runtime function starts and the game starts. Before that, I have a bunch of things here. So these few constants are about setting the number of rows and columns and what is the number of pieces in line that you have to have for a winning situation. This is where the symbols are defined. What will be the symbol for player 1, for player 2, and for the empty. So this is for those. Then we have moves, which is this array. So these are predefined moves, because for now I don't have this user interaction or anything other than that. And then here I define a board size, which is just so number of pieces that can fit into a board just by simply multiplying rows and columns. So here I have, so I'm not going to detail to explain this in detail because you have that in previous videos. I'm just going to go through it quickly. So let's say high level overview. So this is the move, which is a struct. So I still don't use this actually. So I do save some state. This is for undo redo part of it. So I just prepared, let's say, this for it, but it's not important in this specific current version of the game. And this is that history of moves that so I basically did this to practice things, like to creating an array of structs, so because I never did that before. And this is what I did here. So this is using the struct of moves here as an array. But like I said, I do save something, like I forgot if it's the move itself or the turn number or something like that. I do save. I mean, I do put it here inside of this. I change this history array, but it's not crucial to game. So I can even comment out these parts. So that was just to practice things, and I will add, like I said before, I will add this in the future. Then we have this comp time code block where I test. So this is reusing a lot Robert's code. This is something Robert recommended to practice with on a previous project about tic-tac-toe game. So I just modified it. And here I just test different things. So if the rows, for example, is number of rows is less than the number of pieces in line that you have to win, that's not possible, right? So that you cannot play that kind of gift, so you raise errors and so on. So if colors are lesser than the same thing, then if to win is lesser than 2, because it doesn't make sense that you have one piece. Like even with 2, it's not doesn't make sense, because it's always going to be the same game, and always the first player will win. So probably should be at least 3. But anyways, doesn't matter. This was just like to play with compile errors. And then symbols length, if it's not equal to 3. So this is this part. So there cannot be more than 2 players and empty field. So this is about that. And then this is checking if all these 3 characters are different. So it would not make sense that you have 2 times X and some other character, then it would not be clear who is playing what. Then we have a board, which is an array of a specified size that will take this a number of rows and columns. So this will be 2-dimensional array. Then we have draw board, which is the function that is called every time there is this board. It needs to be, whenever it needs to be printed out, this is the function that is doing that. So in a nutshell, it's a loop that goes through this multi-dimensional array, and just some logic to go to the next line in a specific moment, so that you don't have for example, the first row and then the second row after here. So this is basically what it does. And printing things. Then check for this is a very complicated one, so I will not, I mean, mathematically it's a bit complicated. So I went through it last time, so I will not explain. So this is the function that checks if you have, let's say, if you say 4 is the winning situation, then if you have 4 here or 4 here or 4 here, so it will test this number of pieces in a line or in a column or in a diagonal. But as you can see, it unlike tic-tac-toe, where you have literally like the size of the board is the same as the size of the winning sequence, the length of the winning sequence, so you can do this much easier in tic-tac-toe. But here, because it's dynamic, there is a little bit of math under the hood, so that's why this one is so huge, the largest function here in the code. And this is also something that actually Robert did, so I just modified it. So Robert did it for tic-tac-toe when it was a 1-dimensional array, and I modified it to use here as the test for n in a line. So yeah, then finally the main function starts, and then we have the last move. So this is just because there is a logic. Again, I will not go into details, but because here the way this game works now is it reads these as the indices of the columns where the player wants to play. So this is first turn of player 1. So this is like player 1 saying, I want to put my piece into the first column, so the index 0. Then this is the first turn of the player 2, which is O in this case. And this is like player 2 saying, I want to put my piece into the second column, and so on. So then first player, second player, first player. So why we have this last move concept here? Because there is a protection if there is a try to go to, yeah, now I remember this when I said about the error handling. So we actually have this protection. So this is a protection if there is illegal move. So for example, if one column is full and then someone tries to play, no matter if it's X or O, so player 1, player 2, then this last move will not be a valid last move. So it will be considered to be valid only if it passes all these checks. So that's the idea. That's why we use this last move, because we cannot just like simply go through this array of moves and then just like assume everything is fine and try to put a piece there, because it can happen that it's full colon and so on. So that's why we have this concept of last move, and it is used somewhere here down here. So there is a logic that tests if that where the player wants to play, if actually can be played. So if it's full colon, it will not be possible and so on. So that's the code that does that. So is here. So all this highlighted part is about that, making sure that the last move, that the move is valid, and then it becomes officially the last move. Because if it finds, for example, a legal move, then it will not say this is the last move. So this is not going to be officially a move. It's just going to see that it's impossible, and then it's going to move on to the next move. And then again, if it's illegal, it's going to move to the next one. And then finally, when it finds a legal move, that one will become the last move. That's the idea. So then we have a board here. This is the creation of the board. So here I mentioned that we have, where it is, probably before the main, no, it's a bit higher. So when I said here, this is a creation of the board, yes, this is just like the definition of the size. So reserving some size for the board, and here is where actually the board is created and populated. So it will take the empty, so these symbols is where you have this XO and the character for the empty one. So you see, haha, so it's cool when you have these tooltips. So this one, so it will populate. So this is an underscore, and it will repeat this many times. So I think we have 7 colons, so 7 times it will be, the first array will have 7 underscores, and then we multiply that by the number of rows, so it will be that many rows with empty underscores. So this is happening here. Then I just dump the board so that it doesn't complain. So probably I don't even need this anymore because I do change it anyway. So then I have, okay, I print the board and the element. So then draw board for the first time is called. Then this is, again, this is what I said before about the history. So this is just playing with this history, but not crucial to do a game. Then this is the main game loop. So this is going to generate maximum number of moves will be the board size. So number of rows times number of columns. So because it's impossible to have more moves, so this is what it's going to generate. Then current player is mathematically, let's say, determined by doing the modulus of the symbols, and this will switch between x and o, because if you do modulus by 2, it will be 0 or 1, so index of x or o. Then okay, this is for the last move I explained. Then we have the check for the winner here in every turn. So this is the game loop here, starting here and ending here. So inside of the game loop, I check for the winner every time at the end of the turn, because first there is a move here. So if there is a move, there can be potentially a winning situation. So that's why here there is a check for the winner. So if there is a winner, we break the game loop and we say this is the winner. Otherwise, we move on, move on, move on. And then here, this else is after the game loop, which means only after the loop has finished naturally, this entire board is basically filled. Then we have this information, it's a tie. And then no matter if it's a tie or winning situation, we have this game over. So this is what the game is now, where the game is now. This is what you guys wrote, sorry. One line try, allocator. This is for the user input. Yeah, I can try that. So let me then try. So Robert is suggesting here in chat that I try something with the user input. So let's see this. So this would be instead of the, where is the move? This is the beginning. This is last move. So here, instead of this, instead of getting a move from the board, so this is, I will just hack it here. So it's probably not the best situation. So I can completely comment this out and then do code that will play with users, but I just want to use the existing one and go as fast as possible through these parts, and then maybe next time or some other time I will optimize. So this is checking if the moves equal symbol. So instead of this, what I can do the user input and see if that user input, and I will see now actually what the code does. So actually, let me do it here in file reading. No, actually, I'll do it here. So let me see if I can do it somewhere when the game starts here. So after, let's say before the game starts, I'll do it here. And let's see what the rubber did here. Line try, standard in. Did I import this? I think not. But I have the standard, I think, import, where I imported at the beginning. Yes, I just imported print. So I will have to import standard as well. So std, this part here. Okay, and then let's see where I have the error now. So I'll see now. This is probably in this line. Let's see. So try standard in, read until delimiter or end of file allocator. So \n 1024. So this is the size. Okay. This is just a comment. Okay, that's why it's complaining. Let's do this here. And this is the line. And I want to say const line for now, just to see. And then std. This is std, it's not std. Okay. So I guess it's in std dot std, not there. Let me see if I can do it like this. And let's say this is std in. Easier to jump there. Yeah, now it doesn't complain, but the allocator is not there. Undeclared allocator. Okay, I have it here. The allocator in the file. Let me just see where it was. Here. Above this one. Okay, and it's std. Okay. I will import that one as well. Let's see here. So now it doesn't complain here. The line is fine because it's not used. So I'll just print. What is this suggestion here? This is crazy. Okay. So I want to print just, let's say, line equals and then this. And then here I will do dot notation. And then I need a colon here. And then I will do the line here. And let's see if this is going to pass. And what I will do, I will just do this for now. Yeah, let's do this, and it should be, actually, let me do this at the, I can be here, doesn't matter. I just want to see how this will run. I have some error, let's see. Module name std unavailable. Let me see if you wrote something. I skipped some message. Robert says, let me see what I skipped. Program input is just a file skipper, so like in a file, just try to do something like const line equals try. Okay, let me see what I have instead. Yeah, okay, I got this already. Don't forget to defer the free of the end line. So maybe that's the, no, this is a different one. It's std in is not found. And as module root. Yeah, we'll defer definitely. So I have it also here where you are defer here. I'm blind sometimes. So I will defer allocator and free the other thing, not this one. So once I, now it's so huge to walk through. So I guess this one I will free. Then let me see what you guys wrote. Is directly above. Or did YouTube delete it? Let me see. Const line. I just see the const line equals try. std in. Yeah, I don't see above that one. So at least it's not showing. Let me see. I have another instance of chat here. Let me see if I can see it here. Yeah, it looks like the YouTube deleted it. Let me see. If I run one more time, I will get probably the same error. So I think maybe it's standard IO, if I remember correctly. Let me try to do this. std dot io dot no. No, it's not like that. Let me try to do this. Yeah, okay, this is a large documentation. This is interesting what it found, but I'll not read it now there. Yeah, it seems like YouTube is censoring some things. So I can ask the AI, no problem. I mean, maybe problem with AI, but let's see. So let me bring it here. So let's say, got this error. Should be simple enough for AI to know. So I have never used it, so that's why I don't have an idea where it can be without searching the docs, but should be pretty straightforward for the AI. Blah 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 blah. Aha. So this is the one. Okay. So there's this part. So I was close. I've seen this when I did std.io, and then I saw this method, but there is no way that I would have guessed that I have to use the reader afterwards. So anyways, this is better. If this works, of course. Let's see if this is actually going to work. Where is here? Wait. What did I do? Yeah. So std.io. Aha, because I imported here. Okay. Okay, it's like weird that this is afterwards, but yeah, hopefully it will work. I mean, I know this doesn't matter the order. What did it say? Following command failed. Okay, let me do it the previous way. So I can do the import std like before, and then do the .io. Wait, like this std.io dot get rid. Yeah, let's try like this. Kill this problem there. What does it say? Does it say calling command failed with one compilation errors? Listen, blah blah. Yeah, it doesn't. Aha, I missed something. Able to value comp time expression. Aha. So how can I get this at comp time? Maybe I can get it in the runtime then, down there. I don't need it at comp time at all. So let me see here. So here, if I do it here, let's try now. Yeah, let's try now. It's runtime. What does it say now? With type void. So now it's breaking here. So it gets an error. So now it looks like it makes it through this first part at least. It finds the std in, but there is something wrong here. Or maybe it's a chain reaction, so then it's not the case. Let me see if you wrote something. Reader, hope it's true. Robert says the same thing that I did here. Would work cross-platform when it's global. Move it to main. Yeah, sorry, I completely didn't see the what you wrote because when I was moving the AI to the different screen window, it went over the chat, so I didn't see anything. Sorry, you were typing the entire time. And it's correct how you wrote it first time. Global const values are resolved at comp time. Which std in descriptor won't work for all platforms. Okay. So let's do this as a variable. Let's try like this. And then let's run. What does it say now? I still got the error. Let me see what you write. Cyan console is really bad. The problem is that main can't return errors, and you're using try. Just add. Here for the main. Okay. Not there. Sorry. Not in the way, but I guess here. No. Let me see. See the problem? You can't read the errors the compiler gives you. Yeah, I cannot. It's vague. Hello, Jorge. Welcome. Main void is what you need if you want to use try as it does return error. Okay, let's try. So I got some different error that time. Now I have two errors. Let's see which ones. Not format optional without a specifier. Okay, this is a different one. So this is where. So probably here, because this is the only place where I printed, where it was here, the any. So let's try to fix the first error. And then, yeah, that one went away. And the new one, union declare here. Okay, the following command failed. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, now I don't have any idea in which line. pointer. Of union field pointer while field optional is active. Union declare here union enum, so this is built in. So here main 25 free line. Aha, here is the problem. Let me see what you guys wrote. Look at the type of the line. So this is an optional, right? Yeah. What do you need to do with it when used? So I forgot this completely. So yeah, unwrap line here. And I completely forgot how to unwrap. So let me do a quick look in the docs. See how to unwrap it. Yeah, because I haven't I never played with optionals before. And that's the reason. So let me just go here into the Zig docs. And let's see optionals. Actually, let me bring it here to the same screen that you guys can see. So where are the optionals? Here. And let's see. See how they unwrap. Let's start here. From here, I'll search for the unwrap. So this is the first time where they say, let's see. Unwrap, so or else. Unwrap the optional type, and therefore pointer is guaranteed to be not null. Okay, so let's try this. This works. So where it was breaking, which line? In the free line. Or should I do it like this? No. Let me see some other option where they unwrap things. Let's do the next one actually like this. Okay. Panic, we don't want panic, we want the one that works. Yeah, this is already casting. Okay, I can, let me see first of all if you guys wrote something. Don't be scared to look at the docs. I used to go there often when I started just fresh up the syntax. Yeah. From his line, you need to check it's not null before using it or ensure it in some way. So yeah, technically I can do this then before, one line before, that I convert line, that I take something out of it, the optional, that I unwrap it. It will how? Aha, I missed something. Put inside an if before using it. Aha, aha. Okay, then you need to use or else in the expression that yields an optional, so that's at the end of the line 120. Let me see. So here, or else. Thanks guys for the help. Yeah, for these things I haven't practiced at all, so I completely forgot when I read about them. Let's try now. Okay, why it stopped? Why it took so long? It doesn't like the return type. Set union, so type blah blah blah. Yeah, this is so hard to read. Found type null. Try std in void. Okay. What you guys wrote? Just return. Aha, okay, or else return. So I cannot. Yeah, this was the different example in their docs. So where it was 120 or return. Yeah, then void. Okay, not null. Let's see now. Why it build so long? Time again. It's running still here, I can see. Zoom out here so that I can see this. And it's weird that it has these blanks here in CLion. Let me stop and try again. Takes too long. Ah, yeah, because in print. Yeah. Makes sense. So is there a way that I can use it like in Python input that I can type something? Aha, here, probably. Oh no, this is the limiter. So, aha, maybe it's not here. I have to just like write it independently. So let me just see. This has the allocator, delimiter, and max size. And if I go into definition, does it have anything else? Allocator, delimiter, max size, no. So then I have to do it before. Okay. So let's then print something before. Okay, just let's print something before. So I will print something like, this can be empty, I don't need anything. And I will just say something like, where do you want to play? And then I will just say something like, whole number, or yeah, it can be a number. And let's run. Yeah, now it makes more sense that it's waiting for me. And then if I type, for example, 1, then it prints all these things. So where did I print this before the game starts? Should be. So this is my input. I don't see the line, or maybe I'm not looking it correctly. So let's say I have this one here, that I don't go to the next line, then I say line equal. Aha, it's here. I'm blind because I don't have this thing. So let's rerun that I can clearly see it. And let's see the beginning of it. So this is what we have. So because I pressed 1 and enter, I guess 1 is the Unicode character 1 and the other one is the enter. So I guess 13 is the enter, because it should be the second one. So let's see. I just want to double check here. Like, I mean, I can even grab them from there, but I just want to say Unicode characters table. So for what was the number? 49, I believe, and 13, just to double check. So yeah, 49 and 13. So 49, it's not one of these. Wait, here. These are the special up there. So 49 is number 1, yes, and 13 should be in this part here. Carriage return, yeah. So that's like number 1 and enter. Thanks, guys. So now we have the user input, and let me just try and play with this, and let me see what you wrote. Sorry. So the last thing I wrote that I read is Robert saying it's a rating for your input. Yeah, very, very great master. The master that cannot unwrap optionals. Robert says then, yeah, the spaces between the lines is just C-line moment. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe I will play with settings. Maybe there is something I can do about it. Maybe not. We'll see. So Robert says, write it into the console below. Yeah. Format the line as string and use some \n in the prints. I'll play now with this, and we'll work then. Andre, hello Andre, welcome. Andre says, if you want to easily find some place in wall of logs, you temporarily can put emoji in there. Then Jorge says that or else works, but it's not correct because return is equivalent to exit 0. Yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah, it's exit 0. Since you got into a state that your program cannot handle, you can communicate that returning an error, so exit 1. Yeah, that's a good reasoning. Where it was here. Yeah, it's so long. I'm looking for it. So let's say or else. So we can I do exit 1 here like this? Will it work or no? No, I cannot. So can I return? I cannot return 1 because it's void. The function is void. Yeah, I cannot do it here. So this run will definitely stop. So let me put it back just for now as a return. Let me read the other comments. Then Robert says 13 is pane of Windows. It's carriage return. Yeah, it's not the \n was striped by the read itself. All the lines on Windows are \r/n. Yeah. So you have to strip them before printing, since \r has meaning and will move cursor at the start of the line. So we'll rewrite the line. Yes. Yeah. Return error bad input. Thanks, Jorge. So what is this? Okay, let's run it just to test this return because I changed. So if I say, and I will test also 2 characters. So it should be. No, it doesn't stop. Maybe because it's 2 characters. Let me try one again. Yeah, because it's 2 characters. Let me see. Yeah, now it's again. Okay, so bed return. And I believe this doesn't have to do anything with bed return. So if I just return, I want to test if 12 will also block the code. Oops, not here. Here. Yeah, it doesn't like it. Okay. So let me put this back. Let me see what you guys wrote next. It's actually valid state of program. It just means user stopped input, so they want to close application. You're right. Okay, I will then. But this is helpful anyways. So thanks. Okay, so I will then use this definitely in the future, or when actually there is a invalid input. I will just put it here as a reminder that I have it in the code. So now let's see. It doesn't like when I have multiple characters for some reason. And it does stop. I will just try one more time just to see one more time. So the normal input should take any character, any. Now I have 2 by mistake. Didn't want to do this. But let me see. If I put any character, it should just pass if it's 1, as long as it's 1. But then when I type 2 of them, it does not work. So I will try now 3, for example. No, 3 work. Why it doesn't work only with 2? That's weird. Let me see. Why it doesn't like 2 characters? And it gives me any other number of characters is fine. Oh, this is so weird. So let's try 4. So the pair, the odd, the pair, the even number of characters doesn't work for some reason. And let's try. Yeah, the even number of characters does not work. But the odd number, so let's say this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so it doesn't like the even number of characters for some reason. Let me see what you guys wrote. Andre says end of files. AOF means file ended, but in console environment you can type Control D at least on Linux, and will close std. So yeah, but it's weird that it's ending it when I press enter after odd number of characters. Very weird. So let me try 2 of them and Control D, right? You said Control D, yeah. I have to press enter first and then Control D. No, it doesn't. Control. So this is Control C, but it breaks because I cancel with Control C. So end the file. What is the end of file character? I can hack it in Unicode. Okay, Unicode, end of file. Is there a special character that makes it? No. So there is no Unicode equivalent to it that will trigger it. So it's a combination of the characters. I guess maybe there is a special. 0xt. This one. No. Control Z. Here they use Control Z. Maybe on Windows it's Control Z. Let's try. So 1, 2. Enter. Control Z. No. Control. Let me see what you guys. wrote, yeah, we love Windows. Jorge says we love Windows. Robert says it's just printing mistake. So when I type 2 characters and I press enter, nothing. Aha, now it. Wait, what happened now? Aha, I have to press after Control Z. I have to press enter. Okay. So let me just test one more time. So with 1 and enter, it works straight away. And with even numbers, so let's say this is even number characters. Enter, Control Z, enter. Yeah, this works. Okay. And is there a workaround that I don't, or where we said or arrow? So is there another read until delimiter or end of file? Is there another one that doesn't depend on end of file? Maybe until delimiter or something. So that I say delimiter is /n /r or something like that. This is super weird. Maybe it has something to do with input being UTF-16 encoded. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? So definitely I will play with this in the future. Let me just see here in stdin what we have. This one. Oh, why I cannot click it here. So this one. This is so big. Delimiter array list. Alloc read until delimiter. And in my version, what I have at the end, allocator, delimiter, and max size. Okay, and this one, not this one, but where it was now. Did it close? Oh, here, I'm blind. So I want something with size. See what you guys wrote. Robert says CLion console might have some weird rules. Yeah, can you try it in normal CMD? Yeah, I can try. So I will just go to this. Where is my source here? Let me open the CMD here. And let me see where the build. So let me see here what I have. Not this is Windows dir. So we don't have the exe here. This is source. So let me go up. Then see what we have here. Where is the binary? So this is build zig, big zone, source, zig out, zig brains, IML. And this is in the build. Oh no, this is the project name. Okay, so it should be here somewhere. .idea.zcache, build zig. And I was in the source, right? So zig out probably. Binary, yeah. Here, easy build exe. Okay. Yeah. So let's try. So it was the even number, right? Yeah, it works here. So it's CLion, definitely. Some weird processing in CLion. Okay, but I can work with this. This was just like a weird situation. But I can work with this even in the CLion. But yeah, we now have the answer to the question: is it CLion? Yes, it is. But probably there has to be something in the options that can be set up so that it behaves like here in the console. Andre says, can you try regular read instead of read until delimiter? And Jorge said, yeah, I keep reading this late. I will have to pay attention more. frequently to the chat. Sorry, guys. So regular read. Let's see. Yes, let's play. So the regular read, I will comment out this one just for a reference. And here I will do a read, but that one probably has a different signature. Let's see. Buffer. And that's it. Okay, so with buffer, how it will know when I finish the line. And then this allocator, will this work? I mean, the signature doesn't seem to be capable of accepting these. Try, so I think this is going to break, but let's try anyway. Yeah, the signature does not match. Yeah, it matches what it has. That's one argument. But how can they then aha, because it's an maybe I don't need a allocator because it's a buffer. I mean, it's a fixed size array. So to put it on stack, maybe I don't need allocator. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see here. We can have read at least. Let me see what you guys wrote. Anders says, okay, never mind. It was just a debug issue. You can write PowerShell exe in that ugly CMD and use. Yeah. So I will play this with this. I'm very curious to see if there is another one that will work normally in line, but I will not do it now because I want to do something with this. It's already like 1 hour and more of stream, so I will just play with this one as it is. So I need to put single digit numbers anyways for now, for the current size of the board, so it will work fine. I don't need to put two of them. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to, yeah, it's so hard, like for me, these like basic things that I haven't touched during the 30 days of challenge, because I simply couldn't do things like this in the playground. I couldn't play with files, first of all, and then maybe actually this would actually work. I don't know if they enable this or not in the playground. I can test that some other time as well, not to waste time now. But yeah, so that's why when I read it, I should have tried it, but I couldn't in the playground, so I postponed, and that's why I forgot more details about these things now. So at least it would be a bit easier if I try this sooner. Maybe not, who knows. Let me see what you guys wrote. You can also use read anti from the writer to get numbers directly. Let's try that one. This is a quick try. So here. Why it did this? I copy this as a comment. Okay, this is weird C-line behavior. So let's comment out this one and read int you said, and how this one looks like, just to see the signature. Comp time t type Indian. So how can I use this one? So one time just to see. Comp time t type. Then I can pass the integer here, should be fine. Some specific integer, unside 8, let's say. And then what will be the endian in a big little? Okay. If you guys wrote something, Andre said it works, but if for user input you would want to trim it first, it didn't won't work. Methods, but I agree. It's not okay. I will play again. I will play with this one as well. Then, in the future, just to play with these different flavors of inputs. But let me try to at least do something with this now here. So what I want to do, I want to take these lines and extract the data from them. So when I run this, I get this array which has two things, and I can just get the first one. So just like the quick thing to do. So it's not correct because there can be some errors, but I can just take from this one the first character and just read it as integer. Unsigned, and it should be. So let me try to do that here. So line as you unsigned 8, let's say. So I will then take here dot as. So I want u8. Let's see if this is going to work. And here I will have the line square brackets 0. Let's see if this is going to work, because it is array of u8s. So let's try this one. Oh, did not type there. It converts it to a decimal number, the ordinary number of the character 1. So I can play with this in different ways. So I can just decrease by, so 0 is 48, right? So I can just do minus 48 and it will be fine. The easy fix, because we know it. This is because it's any. Okay, probably because it's any. Let me see. No, it's still 8. It's still 49. Let me see what you guys wrote. You should try write struct for binary files. Yeah. I will play with this as well. So many things I should do. So let me just do this quickly. If I just say where it was here. No, wait, this is diagonal line of way far. So this minus 48 should be fine for this specific use case. So not, like I said, not the best code, but it will work for now. Yeah, so this is column 1 that I can use now. So then I have digits from 1 to 9 should be fine like this. So I can convert them to a number. So I can say here, for example, instead of doing this, I can say what it be like user choice equals, and then I can say this, and without this curly brace here, and I want this to be, that can be variable for now, or let it be const. Can it be const? Oh, white complaints. Okay, because I don't use it, so I will use it here. It cannot be. I did it by accident. Yeah, and let's just try 9. So it works from 1 to 9. It's fine. Okay, it's 9. Okay, perfect. So I can use this. So now I will take all these things, copy them, then actually I will also here, and also here, and also here. Actually, this one I can leave. So I will copy these things and paste them here in the last move. Okay, for blah, blah, blah. So instead of this, I can do only this part. I can do and a little bit differently. So I can say while true actually. Let's do that instead. Ah, come on. So I can say while true. Here I will say this of things that we had before. I don't need these commented outlines. I have them there. So we get this, and then I say if, how it's called, user choice is greater, let's say lesser than 1, or no, or it's here like this, right? Or user choice greater than 9. Cannot be, but this is just like to play a little bit, because it cannot be, because then it will break completely. Like if I type 10, then it will be 2 characters, not 1, and then minus 48 will not work. So I'm just like playing now. After I fix this issue here, when I test the user input, it will be here 1 and between 1 and 9. But this is just like to play with, just have something at least. So then I will continue. So if I'm here, it means it's the correct number. So then I will just do this current board, and I will have to determine, yeah, I will have to ask if the board is empty or not. So I will need these. X minus 1 while R greater than, okay, Ri, so this is row index, right? Minus equals 1. That's where we start. And then if the board Ri moves, move. Okay, equals symbols 2. Then this. Okay. And this is usize rows minus 1. Okay. So row index is usize rows minus 1. And rows is the size of the rows. So it's going to be row index rows minus 1. Why did I do this 2 times? All right, let's see what you guys wrote. Sorry. Robert says first to Andre. It says Robert says Andrei Kraevsky was just about to write it. STD FMT is really useful place. That was really nice for PNG format header, says Jorge. Then Robert says, I'm not sure if YouTube deleted our messages, but there is parsing method for string point in STD. So yeah, I missed it. Probably YouTube has problems with certain things. He thinks it's JavaScript or something. Then Andre responds to Robert, you can read chat by switching from top chat and back to live chat. It will show your message only if it passed filter. And then Jorge says to Robert, I mean for one digit int, that's what FMT parsing does. Okay. So let me do this test a little bit differently. Where I was, well, true here. So first of all, if it's less than 1 or greater than 9, I continue. Then here I can ask a different question. If then board So I have to loop through the board rows for sure from the bottom. So I have to say this rows minus 1, and then while it's not greater than 0, rows minus equals 1. Okay, so I have to do this. So I will copy paste the entire thing, and then I will see while this thing. So row index is correct, and here it's going to be, how did I call it, user choice minus 1 equals symbols 2. Then we say user choice minus 1 here was current layer, and then I can break here. So not flop, not F loop move, but I can just break like this move. And I can do the same thing because we wanted to have this last move to store it into the variables. For some reason, I forgot why. Probably for the history, I forgot why. So then I would do this. This has to be like this. What? I haven't declared move, so it was here declared somewhere, and I missed it. Where? Probably in the yeah, here in the capture group. So I don't have to call it move at all. I can call it user choice minus 1. Okay, so this is to replace this last move thing. So I can comment out now all these because this replaces it. And then of course I have to define RI row index first before I use it. I don't need this one. Then okay, I have row index, I break, I set it to move, to last move. Okay, and what am I missing something? So I check if it's between 1 and 9, and I do this here. If this is correct, we break. If not, it's going to repeat. So it looks like it's going to be fine. Let's see now how this will run and if it will run. There is one error. Let me see where. RI in which line? Here. Where did I print it? Why do I print this at all? I forgot. I don't know why I print, but I can cut from here. So I will comment it out and then print here before I break. This is the last move, so I don't care about this last move. So I can just put here user choice as the column name. Doesn't matter, just to have something. But why I print this at all? Where does it break now? Again, 34. Sorry, 196. Check winner. Here. Now I check the winner. How was it defined before? It was before. It was the outside of the while. Okay, that's why. Let me just define it outside because I don't need to repeat these things. I can just define this outside the outer scope for the while. And then I can uncomment this part. Let's see now. What does it want? For following command failed, blah blah. Found void 95. Break. Okay. This is I deleted. So if Ri equals 0, break. Then I can put it. So what was the last move? Yeah, I cannot break if Ri is 0. I should continue. not break, because then it should. So then I don't need it here. So if R1 is 0, and I did not put the user, so I can just print at least like the column is full, and then do that there. So print like that call is full. And make this empty. So this will break anyway. So if I'm reaching here, it must be that it's not. I don't even need the condition here basically then. So if I no, but yeah, but I know do need it if it's not. Yeah, okay. So then let's try like this. Where do you want to play? Let's say 1. Where do you want to play? Why doesn't break this? Ah, here I'm in this while loop. Okay, I'm the outer loop. I forgot. Okay, so let me see what I wanted to do here. So this is the outer loop. Then here in the inner one, I go through all the columns. So if this one is full, I do want to proceed to the next one. But if it's not, I break here. So I have to break this one as well. So I can create a label here that I can use, and then I can actually say last move is going to be there. Let's do that. So let's do last move here. I don't need it here. And then I break, I need to call it. So I believe it was here. So I can call it something like outer W. And then I forgot if it was like this. Well, see. Break outer. Oh, I forgot the syntax. Let me see how did I break the for loop. So after the equal sign, then you say, okay, yeah, this is the syntax thing that I'm still not used to in Zig. And then here is the other way. Yeah, so the syntax. Okay. So this now breaks outside if it finds it. If not, it will just print and it will go to the next one. And then as you 8. So what is this? Forgot why I have this to print out. This was here, but I pushed it probably. Yeah. So user choice. I just wanted to test that there. And there's some error. I will have to check what is wrong. But anyways, I wanted to do this somewhere here. I wanted to print this there. And then let's see why it complains or else expected. So let's do this and then here. The last move like here. Okay. So let me see what you guys wrote. Oh, you wrote a lot. 1 digit into was okay. Andre says it's not a problem with YouTube. You can just paste URL. Andre says it's not a problem with. So speaking about chat not passing all the comments, Andre says it's not a problem with YouTube. You just can't paste URL or some other stuff in YouTube chat, or else it will be shadow blocked. Then Robert says, I just typed a path to STD in writer and it deleted it several times. Then Andre says, I mean, it's problem for chatters, but YouTube works as intended. And then Robert says, I had to type it in separate messages. Then Robert says, anyways, boys, I'm going to sleep, have to wake up early and it's late evening. Good evening, Robert. You're probably not here anymore, but sorry, yeah. Um, have a good night. Andre says you can replace while Ri greater than equals 0 while true, since it's always true. Yeah. Correction recognize it was always true and didn't complain about you not having else branch. Yeah. Makes sense. Jorge says tag goes before the while. Yeah, this is the syntax that I was struggling with. The labels, the tags, yeah. It's a part of expression you're assigning to last move. Jorge then says no need to have semicolon after the while because it's not longer the right size of an assignment expression, which, yeah, because I had it here. It used to be here, the assignment, but I changed. Now it's in the outer while here. So that's why now this one has to. Yeah, thanks for explanation. Andre says, you know why it's always true. Andre says about where it is here while it's greater than equal to 0. So let me see. I do minus equals 1 here. So if I decrease, I will break here eventually if I don't reach the end, but I will not reach the end if it's full. So then this can potentially happen. Then because Ri will be -1, and this is like a false in Zig. So it's like in C, it's like 1 is like true and negative numbers are 4, something like that. I kind of remember something like this in some programming languages, like the truthfulness will depend on the language. So it might be this is the case. Let me do that what you said. So true here. This is running in the background, by the way. So run where I want to play. Yeah, so let's say 1. And yeah, it plays now here. Then 2, the comes here. And it's like by accident, they are, the size is perfect. So it looks like it's deleting the previous prints and then the console is just printing the, this is by accident. So it's actually, of course, not the case. And we have winner. Yeah, cool. So this works finally. I'll try to let me see what Andre responded. U size is greater than equals 0 is always true since it's the type. What would happen if I say, yeah, it will break the code if I, will it break the code if I move on to the -1 and I say to 0 -1? So U size cannot be negative. And then what would happen? Let me, I wanted to test this anyway, so I want to run again, and I wanted to fill in the :1. Let's say 1 again, then 1 again, then 1 again, 1 again, then 1 again, then 1 again. Now it panics because the type probably. And if I put it back as Ri greater than equal 0, will it do the same? Ri, not Di. And 2. It still breaks. Because the type cannot be decreased. Yeah, it's the same problem. So let me put it back as true. Let me see what you guys wrote. Jorge says maybe in release fast it breaks. So I believe it's here because we tried to do minus equals 1 for a use unsigned integer. So then once I do this, I cannot stay in this loop. I have to break this one. So let's try like now. Yeah, now it's fine. Doesn't break. Yeah, see here it was messed up here because I'm trying to decrease the RI, which is U size. So when it becomes 0, I try to do -1 and that doesn't work. So that's the problem, I think. Anyways, now it works. So it doesn't let me now to play in the full columns. Now if I select anyone, oh, this is bad. Why it plays here? It doesn't reset. Yeah, I never reset it to 0. So here I have to reset to 0 before I break. So Ri equals not 0, but the this one, rows -1. Reset. Now let's try again. Let's see what you guys wrote. Andre says in release fast it will overflow and Ri will start from okay, it will go back to the highest. Okay. Thanks for the info. Let's try now. So now I fixed this, I hope. Ah, come on, I keep writing there. Here. Doesn't let me. If I go to 2 now. Winner is, no, now something is weird. It detects the winner. And it's still here. For some reason. So something very weird happens. What happens if I just put them like here 1 and then 2, then 1 and then 2 and then 3? It does reset. Aha, here I don't reset. Okay. So here I also have to reset. Every time I break, I have to reset. Let's try now. Full. Two. Yeah, now it works fine. It doesn't detect the winner falsely. Okay. So let's do 4. Just want to test something. Then we can 4 again. Let's do 3. Then we can do 4. Then let's do 5 here. Let's do 5 again. Let's do 5 again. Let's do 5 again. And doesn't detect the winner. So definitely I messed up. Okay, because here I break and it goes to this one where it is here while true. So here I have to detect that I actually changed the state. So here if it's full, that's correct. But when no, but it should break here. Then check for the winner. This is supposed to happen if there is full column, but when it's not, it should break from here. Then go. Why this did not detect 4 in a line? So after I did this, it detected the column is 5. It printed out this part here. It printed out the board from here, and then it checked for winner. But for some reason, it did not detect the winner state. So something changed because I've seen that bug as well before. Something is different. Because I think we have the check for... Oh, but yeah, do update the last move. Or maybe I read in the victory, maybe I read from the moves. I forgot here. Let me see. What does it do? It shouldn't do that, but just to double check. Or change road. And change draw becomes what here? Change draw becomes what? Move, last move. Ah, okay. This is why I don't pass it here. So it's not move, last move. It's alright, it's correct. And change colon is this thing. I forgot that I changed the logic. So this now has to be here instead of this one. And also here moves last move shouldn't be last move, it should be user choice. Let's try now. Why this doesn't work now? It doesn't like something. You cannot do expression here maybe. But if I just say user choice, will it work? No. Here. Maybe it doesn't like this. Wait, why does it do this? So when it was moved, it was fine. But this was fine. Then when I change here, check for winner here. Maybe I pasted the wrong. So it doesn't see it here. So it's last move, I believe. Yeah, now it's just last move. Okay, so I can just do last move instead of all this because now that's the last move. And also here, I should be able to do the same. Yeah, now it doesn't complain. Okay, so then let's try like that. 1, 1, 1, 1, and let's open up more. Show me the row. Full, not 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. And now it looks like it detects the winner. Okay, now, yeah, it fixed. Yeah, okay, of course, makes sense because I passed the wrong number to a function that detects the winner. And it taught completely different thing. Now this works. Okay, this was fun. Almost like 2 hours, right? Let me see. Yeah, almost 2 hours. But yeah, now this works. Let me see what you guys wrote. By breaking, I mean an unmitigated disaster. What he says. Unmitigated disaster. Okay, so at the end of the day, I am pretty satisfied that with this version of N in a line. So I plan to do files, but I did this instead, which is cool. So next time then I will play with files as well to do that. Yeah, so I think this would be it for today. Thank you guys. Robert is not here. So if you're not here, the thanks at the end, but at least you guys that stayed here will hear it. So thanks, Andre. Thanks, Jorge. Thanks, of course, to Robert as well. He will maybe hear it someday if he watches the video. So yeah, that would be it for today. So tomorrow, I'm not sure how much time I will have and what I will do, but I will try to do my best and stream something. Maybe I will not be able even to stream tomorrow. I will do my best, so you will see. I will try to schedule at least an hour before the stream if I make it, if I have time. But yeah, so basically what I want to do next is I want to start with Zieglings to take a break from this one. I don't want to do several days in a row the same thing. So I would like to start with Zieglings tomorrow and to play with the first task that they have there. So I will have to check it out. Let me see what you guys wrote. Jorge says, if you don't have a lot of time, do Zieglings. Yeah, I think I will do Zieglings definitely tomorrow. So I guess at least these first challenges should be easy. pretty straightforward. That's what you guys said. So I will try to stream at least that, and then we'll see afterwards. Thanks for more time, guys. So I wouldn't make it today without you with these user input. But yeah, now some things are much more clear. So it was great evening, at least for me. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks one more time and see you next time. Bye bye.